Hey everyone, Mark here from the windowcleaningstore.com. In case you haven't heard, Moerman's come out with a new squeegee handle. This is the Moerman Excelerator 2.0 for wide body squeegee channels. Some of you might know what I'm talking about when I say a wide body channel, other people not so much. So let's take a refresher course. So here's the original Excelerator 2.0. It's meant to work with the Moerman Liquidator channel, or everybody's favorite mod, a Ettore brass channel. Now, if you take a look at the slimness of these channels, this is what's basically called the standard squeegee channel profile. Well, compare that to a wide body. So for instance, this is an Ettore standard. This is an Ettore Super Channel. You can see that it's a little bit more than twice as thick. The reason why some people like to use wide body channels, especially for larger windows, is they can use much wider squeegees. They have the firmness and the stiffness of the channel to help, when you need to put a little bit more pressure on the glass, especially like if you're doing storefront windows, you've got huge panes of glass. They're usually wavy. You don't even realize they're wavy just looking at them. But they are, and if you aren't able to put a little bit more pressure on them, sometimes you can get like little gaps of water left behind. So wide bodies, we've got the Super Channel, we've got the Unger Ninja, another good example. Many of you use Sorbo Channels, the most popular of probably all the wide body squeegee channels. And like I said, Moerman's just come out with a handle, even though they don't have their own wide body channel, maybe yet. I don't know if there's something in the works, but this is a handle specifically meant for wide body channels. So besides that, there are a couple other different features in there I will show you. First of all, let's load up a channel. So you just flick this ring up here. Let's do it with the Sorbo. So this is a Sorbo 20-inch. So just pop that in. It bites down there just like that there. Now, as you know, the accelerator handles are pivoting handles. What's interesting is that there is a lock mechanism. Normally on the accelerator, the original 2.0, see this little emboss mark here? That shows you the point in which you can lock it straight. On this particular handle, they actually have 3 points. They have 1, 2, and 3. So if I want to lock it in a straight position, there it is. Or I could push that button back down, then line up with the next embossed section. Now I can lock it into this position and the other side too accordingly. And there you go. Otherwise, you can have it pivoting loose. Now, you can adjust the control of the pivot with this little screw here. You will need an Allen key, but interestingly enough, we just got these handles in, and look what's attached to here. This little baggie inside here. Oh my, look at that. They included the little Allen key that you'll need to make that adjustment. So that's a nice touch. And just like the accelerator handle, if you are familiar with it, you can adjust the angle that the bottom part of the angle, the handle contours to the glass. So you can have it what I call the perfect pole work position, which is the 40 degree. It's great for when you're just doing straight pulls. You can have it at the 25 degree, which is my favorite for when I'm doing it by hand. In some instances, you might want a 10 degree, which is almost like a 0 degree. A -5 degree, great for getting right down to the bottom of windows when you got it on a pole, or to get in deep, closing out on deep mullions. And then even a negative 20. Now this handle is supposed to be compatible with pretty much all the wide body channels that are out there. So let's just give it a little test here. So that was the Sorbo. Let's go with the Ettore Super Channel, which is, out of all the wide body channels, it's the heaviest out of all of them. It feels pretty good, pretty solid. Some people might actually like to go with this particular wide body channel. The reason why is if you're doing a lot of pivot work when it's on a pole, the heavier weight of this wide body channel helps it to flop back and forth, where a lighter channel maybe not so much. That's what a lot of people are telling me is the reasoning why they like to use brass channels instead of the liquidator channel. inside the standard handle. Because the brass channel is heavier, it helps to do that pivot side to side. So let's try the Unger Ninja. That's a really good fit. Now, one thing I want to mention before I show you the last one is Moerman has put in like this piece of rubber. It's a big piece in the top. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little slim piece in the bottom as well. That's to help grip the channel a little bit more. You'll also notice that compared to the original handle where it grips onto the channel, the new one's wider, which makes sense because you're going to be dealing with heavier channels. So the last channel I want to play around with is the light rail. These are our house brand. Just for those of you interested, these are coming back this winter. So stay tuned for that. And so let's see how that fits on there. So it fits on there fine enough. Now I notice out of all the channels, this one here, if you do push hard, there is a little bit of slippage. So you might have to do a little bit of modding on the light rail channel. You might want to put like a strip of tape in here where the handle grips on there. Otherwise, all these channels work perfectly fine with the new handle. So check it out, thewindowcleaningstore.com, Moerman Accelerator 2.0. Just remember, if you get the wide body version, you better have a wide body channel if you want to use it with that. Otherwise, shop in our window squeegee channel section and you'll be able to get the right particular channel for this handle. Anyway, thanks for watching.